July 1st through 4th, experience monumental savings up to 33% off mods, e-liquid, Delta 8, and more. Generation V with 16 Nebraska locations and a new location at 27th and Superior. GenerationV.com. Vapes contain nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical.
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Hey, it's Nicklin Hames from Nebraska Volleyball. I hate wasting time in practice, and I want to help you stop wasting your time when you're looking for an electrician. High Electric has been serving the area for over 30 years for both residential and commercial properties. They are experts in everything like remodeling, new additions, hot tub installation, and more. And they take jobs from Beatrice to Omaha and all towns, big or small, in between. Call them today at 402-466-6606 or learn more at high-electric.com.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round, and their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Junior Achievement of Lincoln inspires and prepares young people for success. Learn more about the people involved in the organization and the success stories over the years each Thursday from 7 to 8 p.m. for the Junior Achievement Hour on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
The Southern Pecan Cake from Beatrice Bakery. They don't just let you call anything Southern, especially when it's baked right here in Nebraska. There are standards you have to meet, like a rich, decadent, moist caramel cake? Check. Bursting with too many large pecans to count? Check. Big enough to share with the whole group? Check. But delicious enough that you won't want to share? A big check on that one. The Southern Pecan Cake, the newest cake to the Beatrice Bakery lineup. Try it for yourself at Beatrice Bakery. Online at BeatriceBakery.com. Welcome to our world of yum.
You've driven by GE Landscape Supply countless times, likely without even knowing, at 6701 Cornhusker Highway. Now it's time to stop in. GE Landscape Supply sells to homeowners and contractors with a vast selection of landscaping and construction materials. They sell in bulk to save you money, and you can buy anything from a 5-gallon bucket to a semi-load. And don't forget, they deliver anywhere. Stop by 6701 Cornhusker Highway from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday to Friday and 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Saturdays. Go to GELandscapeSupply.com for more info or call 402-467-1627.
Brown Shoe Fit has all types of shoes for you to excel this summer. Check out their new Keen and Tiva brand sandals for hiking and Olukai sandals for sitting by the pool. Plus, they're stocked up on Hey Dudes to catch you up on the latest shoe fashion. They also have shoes in brands like Brooks, Hoka, Merrell, On, and many more. Browns has the local professionals to get the proper fit, aided by their high-tech foot scanner by Atrex. Stop by Brown Shoe Fit today, just south of 66th and Q in Lincoln.
Hi everyone, Kendall Warnock with A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. If you're looking for an automotive repair facility you can genuinely trust, we would be grateful for the opportunity to earn your business repairing your vehicle. We have ASE master technicians and qualified to work on a variety of vehicles from Hondas to Porsches, Jaguars to Toyotas, and Chevrolets to Fords. We pride ourselves on customer service and relationships, and we would be grateful for the opportunity to serve you. Give us a call at 402-477-4660. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
A smoke-free environment is the only way to fully protect from the dangers of secondhand smoke. That's why smoke-free policies are so important to me. Whether it's in my car, apartment building, or when I'm dining outdoors, there's no place for secondhand smoke or e-cigarette aerosol. Breathe easier knowing the facts. Visit smokefree.ne.gov. Paid for by Tobacco Free Nebraska. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
This is 93.7 The Ticket.
Look at him short. Look at him short. I'm the captain now.
Three-time national champion Vershawn Jackson.
Touchdown. Vershawn Jackson, number 34, gets the touchdown.
Terrell Farley. Defending Terrell Farley,
who last week in his first start was a holy terror. Number 43.
And Jake Bakovic.
I've talked to a few cats. They said that Bach got some game, man.
On air and online at theticketfm.com. Powered by Bauer. Here he is, Vershawn Jackson.
Yes. Yes. You got the captain on there?
Oh, yeah. The
Is the captain on here?
Is that Bob back in the building?
Yes.
That's right.
Yes. Before we even start today, I got a song Bach needs to play. It says, Bach, play it.
Where's that? You didn't tell me about a song.
It's a song up there. You see it? It says, Bach, play it.
Oh, I don't know where it's at. It's over here.
Rico put it on there. Look, let me see. Where's Rico at?
Rico didn't put it on. It's over with. It's over with. If you depended on Rico to put it on, it's over.
I heard you guys started turning on Rico the last couple of days.
It's in the folder.
Okay.
Bach, you can't keep on just leaving us like that, Bach.
Yeah, Bach. You got the song ready?
We're having a Bach connection.
Yeah, we was whippulated, you know.
Okay,
we was just
you need your Whipple back.
Yeah. Here's a song that we're gonna play for Bach today, y'all. We're gonna play this song throughout the day for Bach.
Welcome back.
Yeah.
Your dreams were your ticket out.
Welcome back, Bob.
Same old place.
Oh, I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm back home. I feel like I'm back home now.
Yeah, that's right, Bob. You know, we like you here, Bob. We struggle without you, Bob. We struggle without your passion you have and your knowledge you have. Not saying that Rico's bad, but Rico he's nothing compared to you, Bob.
Okay, you know, that's all. I'll have to let him know.
No, don't tell him that. I said it
okay.
like that. But you know, we do miss you, Bob. We did miss you.
Well, I'm glad to be back, and I can't wait to. I mean, I basically since I left, Nebraska's added like 14 commits. So, and I'm hardly joking on that. I think, since this month it's been 14. We'll see if they get another one today. But my goodness, things have changed.
Yeah, they picked up one yesterday. So now we're at 20. So that's a lot. Now, what you do with the rest of the 3, 4? How many they supposed to have? I don't know if you're supposed to have a limit every year, but you're gonna we're probably gonna sign probably.
Well, they oversigned last year, and that's what you wonder. You know, you kind of thought that was a year one shuffling things about, but and I don't know if they're gonna go that far, but they can't stay at this pace and not oversign.
Yeah, and that's one thing I want to talk about today, because you know, if we keep signing kids over the limit every year, you don't want to be named. You know, because this is what I feel what might happen. You know, I'm not saying it will happen, but you sign a guy. He comes out next year and you over 6. What if you tell that guy, like, hey, he's here 1 year, hey, you're going to need to go somewhere else. Then you get labeled university tryout. You know what I'm saying? Nobody wants to go to tryout university, you know, where you got to fear for your life every year. And that's what is, you know, and that's what I don't want to happen at the University of Nebraska, where you get a name where, well, kids are trying out every year and they're supposed to have 4-year scholarships and things like that. But you know, I'm thinking the worst case scenario of just things that happens when you sign a lot of groups every year.
Humbug, Terrell Farley. I think when you gotta, and when you rebuild it, man, you gotta put the lines out as many as you can, and the guys that start flocking, you want to get them. Here's the deal. Nebraska might be a destination school now, sir. So when they put those scholarship offers out there, if you're late to the party, you might be late to the party and have to go somewhere else. That's what it's looking like to me.
Well, it's just like signing that NIL, that national out intent thing that we talked about yesterday. Maybe they need the school to sign one to the players too, and saying how you're going to be committed and I'm going to be committed together. Not just I go here for a year and then, oh, I don't like it, I could transfer. You know, they got to get some kind of rule where, hey, you at least got to be there 2 years before you transfer. You know, they should make some kind of rule up like that, because you don't give – these kids don't even give some schools opportunities after they've been there probably 3 months, you know. So it's like they said, go to school for a semester there and keep up on your grades, and don't just stop going to school and try to get in the next class.
I mean, in recruiting in this day and age and where we've been, we got to, recruiting is a premium around here. And like I said before, I think Coach Rule and the coaches down there at the university have to get guys that want to be at Nebraska. You got to get guys that don't want to transfer. And that's what it looks like to me. It looks like we're getting guys that want to be at Nebraska. I don't know if you guys had a chance to see the picture that they had. If you look up Nebraska football, the recruiting news, there's a picture of the recruiting class. This may be the first year that we've had this many guys before the season even starts committed. Committed. That's unheard of to get juniors to commit like that. But this is college football as we know it.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, and people on the text line making a good point. The SEC oversigns people all the time, so it's not necessarily completely new. But to really get, I mean, they have 20 right now in the class, and hopefully 21 today, which would be the headliner of the class. We'll see what Carter Nelson does today here at I think 11:30 is when his commitment's going to be. But I don't know how much more they plan to add. Maybe if you get this class kind of wrapped up, you can make a jump start into next year. And of course, the other thing is, I mean, just breaking down this recruiting class, it's good to get numbers, but you got to make sure you're getting the right guys, right? I mean, any school with a Division I offer, I mean, if you offer a bunch of kids that don't have any other offers, then yeah, they might jump at that opportunity. And that's what kind of makes this interesting too, is just kind of the blend of guys that they're getting. I noticed in these first two classes that we've seen with Matt Rule, and one's kind of half his as the transition year, but you're taking shots at a lot of, as you would say, diamonds in the roughs, a lot more than previous staffs have taken. And I'm intrigued because it's kind of different, and they're taking, obviously more of a look at in-state, and maybe that's the credit to the state high school players for elevating their game and getting those type of guys in there. Or maybe that's an effort from this coaching staff to kind of get that feeling in the locker room. So it's a different approach. And I think I remember, Sean Callahan, Steve Sipp, those guys talking about on Husker Online that we're playing Saturday morning is, for years, it's kind of been, get a bucket load of 3 stars, high end 3 stars, get some 4 stars. And that's kind of Nebraska's method. And that's kind of, across recruiting and across coaches where, you've had different areas of Calabrasca and, Florida or whatever, different coaching staff focus on different things, but that's kind of been the recipe. And so they're kind of changing the recipe up a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
you're getting Texas players. You're getting the local kids, the local stars. I think it's re-energizing our fan base, especially in Omaha. Where coaches is made it a point to say Omaha's mine. Stay out of here. And if again, I keep saying this: if you're late to the party, if you're a guy that says, "Hey, I want to wait before I make my decision," or, I don't know what I want to do right now. I want to take more recruiting trips. Sometimes they can come back to bite you in the butt. I mean, and so I think when you get guys, you have to get guys that fit your culture, what you want, not what it looks like, not prototypical. It does not matter. You got to get guys that fit the mold of your ideology of football.
Yeah, I like what you're saying, but what I say we need to do is, just my word, but we need to get the type of players that can play in the Big Ten, which Nebraska hasn't done since they've been in the Big Ten. We don't match up against the big schools like Michigan, Ohio State, Penn State. So we're a lower tier team and we're overmatched at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? With people, all teams are bigger than us. I don't know what team we can match up. Probably even a Maryland or somebody or a Rutgers size team, but we don't have that big. The kids don't stand out like the kids that, or you can see. I can walk past an old Ohio State line and say, "God, golly, look at that right there. You know what I'm saying? But we don't, like we said, we don't have the big cut up linebackers. We don't have the star-studded defensive end looks. You know what I'm saying? So we got to get them. I mean, I don't know if they're them type of players, but we got to get the Big Ten type of players that can play in the Big Ten. Not about what you need on your coach. I know it's the coach of your team, but if you got a 5'11" guy and he's up against a 6'3" guy that's way bigger than him, culture has nothing to do with on the football field. You know, it's how you gonna play.
Wait! You just wait a minute. You must have OD'd on COD today.
No,
Are you
culture
kidding
is
me?
how the team.
I was a 6-foot guy blocking guys 6'5", 6'3", 6'6", and so it can be done. It's about the heart, man. I don't care. Football is about heart, Terrell. You wasn't the biggest guy, but you had a big heart, and you knew what you were doing, and you had the talent to make it happen at a position that you should not have been successful at.
It's like this.
You should not, at 6 foot, 205 pounds, been able to be an All-American linebacker in the Big Eight.
All right, let's take this
when it was run first.
Let's take this example for it first. So I'm gonna tell you, Caleb Tanner, junior year, had a great junior year. Okay, you know why his senior year?
He did not have a great junior year.
Well, what he had a better junior year than he had a senior year. I guarantee you that.
I agree with that, but they played him out of position.
No, because the teams caught on to him. You can only use so much one year that you ain't gonna come back and do the same thing the next year to him. That's what the pressure was not available for him, because teams have picked up on what he do. Because if you're that size, you got to use a special move now, and he didn't have that special move. He just tried to beat you with his speed.
I bet you if Caleb Tanner, when I don't know what football team he's on right now. I'm quite sure he got a free agent deal with somebody, right? If Caleb Tanner, I guarantee you he will not be putting his hand down in the NFL. That's a guarantee.
Oh yeah.
That kid will be standing up, playing either middle or outside linebacker, because he will not. First of all, he wasn't big enough at no situation to play defensive end unless you got some hogs over there on the other side. You got your big guy, your speed guy. But in the NFL, he will be playing the position that he should have been playing in college, you ask me. I would have had that kid blitzing on every single down. We dropped him in the coverage. We dropped Caleb Tanner in the coverage, man. That to me, he looked like a fish out of water when he was dropped in the coverage. So if you got a guy like that that's got a great motor and a knack for the ball, why put him in space? Why not make him get after the doggone quarterback or put pressure anywhere across the line of scrimmage?
I don't know, man. It's a lot that I can go on with. It's like me watching the Georgia game the other day against TCU, and TCU running a 3-3-5, and how big their guys was, and they still was getting handled. So, it's a lot that I see that we probably gonna have to do for the next 2 years just to beef this team up.
Well, I know Michigan's got their beat Georgia drill that they have. Nebraska's got a ways to get into that discussion. That's kind of where TCU was. TCU getting to the level that they got to obviously was one of the biggest surprises I've ever seen last year in college football, but it still is a ways away from the team right now, the team to beat, Georgia and Alabama. You can put those teams right up there, and Nebraska obviously has got a ways to go there, and that's what this recruiting class and this new strategy and getting guys with heart, getting guys in the locker room, from Nebraska or legacy kids that you think will push an extra mile. Hopefully that pays off down the road. But you talk about king of the offseason. We talk about that for years with Husker coaches, and I think Matt Rule's sure right up there with it. This has been a great offseason, but you just wonder how long is it going to take to hit the field, because when you try to reset a culture, that typically does take a little bit of time before you get it rolling. And hopefully, but the good thing is the opportunity is there. You don't have to kind of linger into it and see where it goes. If you can, you have Minnesota and Colorado right away. Those are big time games, big time. If you can get a win, especially against Minnesota, but certainly you want to get a win against your rival Colorado. I mean, that can kind of jumpstart this thing and get the guys going.
Well, it's going to be an advantage for both teams, like Minnesota and Nebraska, because first of all, we don't know what Nebraska's going to run on offense, so that's going to be a big advantage for them right there. So if we can't jump start on Minnesota because they don't know what we're doing. So if we can't really jump on them and keep them confused and keep them kind of off balance, then that's on us. So we should be able to do that. And we should be able to do that again against Colorado. And Colorado should be able to do the same thing to us because we're only going to have game tape on one game.
Yeah.
So, but you can always go back and look at Minnesota and see what they're running. And PJ Flick got up his sleeve. But the thing Nebraska has a great advantage of because Minnesota don't have no idea of what we're running.
Well, that can be good. That can again.
You have to. I mean, I don't. You can't even put Alabama and Georgia in this conversation right now.
Right.
We already know that. We're not even. We should never even bring up Alabama, Georgia, the top 5 schools. We shouldn't even bring them up right now because right now you are sitting about 8, 9, 10, 11 in the Big 10. Let's worry about the Big 10 North. Can we find a way to win the Big 10 North?
West.
Because if you can find a way to win the Big 10 North, you've done
West.
something that you haven't done
West.
in a while.
West.
So my mindset is let's take care of Minnesota first. Let's see what our mindset's going to be because I think this time next year the conversation may be different because you got to build with the God. Listen, I don't know why we think that it's all about prototypical body types. It's not. In certain positions it is. But that's any coach worth his salt knows that he's got to be big up front. He's got to be strong up front. And you know who the X factor is on this defense? That's this real sleeper. He's not a sleeper, but he's a sleeper. And if we're gonna go as this guy goes, one of you guys take a guess who I'm thinking about.
I don't know because you said sleeper. I would think a Luke Reimer type or.
No, sir. See, you thinking all wrong, Bach. If you thinking linebacker, safety, corner,
tight end,
you thinking all wrong. Who?
It's talking defense here.
You talking defense?
I'm talking defense. Yes. Interior defense. He's not a sleeper, but he's a sleeper because he really hasn't had a real star-studded year yet. But I think this is the year for him. Who would it be on the defensive line?
Ty Robinson?
There you go.
There it is.
Ding, 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 ding. Ty Robinson. If Ty Robinson can find a way to channel his inner Raymakers, Christian Peter, Jason Peter, what's my guy's name that's deaf? Kenny Walker. If he can channel those guys, start watching those guys and say, how can I play the way those guys play football and house the middle? I think we might be in better shape than we think.
Okay.
All right, well, we better send it to break here. This is the captain here on 93.7 The Ticket with 3-time national champ Rashawn Jackson, All-American Terrell Farley, and national champ himself. And I'm back, Jake Bachman here with you. We'll be back here on the captain here in a few minutes.
You've driven by GE Landscape Supply countless times, likely without even knowing, at 6701 Cornhusker Highway. Now it's time to stop in. GE Landscape Supply sells to homeowners and contractors with a vast selection of landscaping and construction materials. They sell in bulk to save you money, and you can buy anything from a 5-gallon bucket to a semi-load. And don't forget, they deliver anywhere. Stop by 6701 Cornhusker Highway from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday to Friday, and 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Saturdays. Go to GELandscapesupply.com for more info or call 402-467-1627.
Summertime is in full swing, and it's time to get to work on outdoor projects. Deck City is a great place to start as Lincoln's local source for everything decks. Deck City has everything you need to build the deck of your dreams, from treated lumber to Westbury aluminum railings and TimberTech composite decking. They offer advice from real deck professionals to give you proper guidance to make your project go smoothly. Call them today to schedule an appointment at 402-480-6671. Go online at deckcityne.com or visit their new location just north of 33rd and Cornhusker Highway. Deck City, your local deck experts.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and our big summer sales event is underway this month. Right now, get 0.9% interest rates. Yes, you heard right. 0.9% APR on select new Chevrolet and GMC vehicles, plus a $1,500 trade-in bonus on select Silverados and Sierras. You put all that together with some big Koppel discounts, and you have a tremendous buying experience. So stop on into the dealership or check us out online at koppelcars.com. You'll be glad you did. All deals with approved credit.
The Southern Pecan Cake from Beatrice Bakery. They don't just let you call anything Southern, especially when it's baked right here in Nebraska. There are standards you have to meet, like a rich, decadent, moist caramel cake? Check. Bursting with too many large pecans to count? Check. Big enough to share with the whole group? Check. But delicious enough that you won't want to share? A big check on that one. The Southern Pecan Cake, the newest cake to the Beatrice Bakery lineup. Try it for yourself at Beatrice Bakery. Online at beatricebakery.com. Welcome to our world of yum.
A smoke-free environment is the only way to fully protect from the dangers of secondhand smoke. That's why smoke-free policies are so important to me. Whether it's in my car, apartment building, or when I'm dining outdoors, there's no place for secondhand smoke or e-cigarette aerosol. Breathe easier knowing the facts. Visit smokefree.ne.gov. Paid for by Tobacco Free Nebraska. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Keep your planter. Upgrade your technology with a John Deere Performance Upgrade Kit from Landmark Implement. Choose from ExactEmerge, MaxEmerge 5, or MaxEmerge 5E electric drive row units. Take your planter to the next level. Improve yield potential and profitability without buying new. Get new technology, increased performance, and confidence from your planter that's already in your shed. Contact your local Landmark location to order your John Deere Performance Upgrade Kit and experience the Landmark difference.
Junior Achievement of Lincoln inspires and prepares young people for success. Learn more about the people involved in the organization and the success stories over the years each Thursday from 7 to 8 p.m. for the Junior Achievement Hour on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Working at Continental in Lincoln isn't a job, it's a career. And right now they've raised wages again and they're hiring for production operators at $24.11 per hour, which grows to $28.27 per hour within 3 years. Skilled trade positions now start at $32.76 per hour with opportunities to make more based on certifications. Continental also has salary jobs available and great benefits, plus medical and prescription costs at very low premiums. Dental, vision, and life insurance are offered at no premium cost to the associates with increased bonuses and vacation for new hires. To learn more or to apply, go to continental-jobs.com with keyword Lincoln. Come work at Continental today.
Brown Shoe Fit has all types of shoes for you to excel this summer. Check out their new Keen and Tiva brand sandals for hiking and Olukai sandals for sitting by the pool. Plus, they're stocked up on Hey Dudes to catch you up on the latest shoe fashion. They also have shoes in brands like Brooks, Hoka, Merrell, On, and many more. Browns has the local professionals to get the proper fit, aided by their high-tech foot scanner by Atrex. Stop by Brown Shoe Fit today, just south of 66th and Q in Lincoln. Rosie Sports Bar and Grill. Open for lunch and dinner at 10th and P or at 1501 Center Park Road.
Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket.
Okay, playing 93.7 The Ticket.
Alexa, turn down the lights.
Dimming the lights.
Alexa, order a pizza, the big one, all the toppings.
Are you sure that's a good idea?
Alexa.
That's a lot of pizza for just one man.
Alexa, just do it. Stop judging me, just do it.
As you wish.
Thanks, Alexa. You're my best friend. Back with Vershawn Jackson. Powered by Bauer. On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back to The Ticket, 93.7 on the Black Shirt Terrell Farley, and I'm with
Buck.
And the captain is online. Yo, captain.
Yes, sir.
Hey, I got a little thing I want to talk about right now that I've been looking at. It seems like LSU won the College World Series, and they also won the Rococo Jello Shot Challenge. They beat Ole Miss record last year. Ole Miss had over 18,000 shots taken, Jello shots. Now LSU beat it by 50,000 this year.
Wow.
So let me tell you what, LSU ended up drinking 68,000 Jello shots at the College World Series.
$5 a pop.
The coach, the team next to them was Wake Forest at 7,622. Now,
how do they keep track?
I guess they take every time. It's something they've been doing for years.
So yeah, especially last year it blew up. They have a board that they put up, and if you go to the College World Series or you go to Rocco's, they'll put it up, and it's become a competition among fan bases. And LSU, if you don't know, takes over Omaha. I mean, if they've got a team there, and then they made their run, and it was basically like small town Baton Rouge, and it was awesome. I mean, walking around the stadium, you could see it. I mean, it was just purple and yellow everywhere.
Yeah, but you got to understand, man. If you add this whole list up, that's over probably 100,000 shots right there. And you know what I'm saying? Just imagine how much money they would win. I mean, how much money did they made off $5 Jello shots?
Oh my gosh, I didn't think about that, Terrell. Wow.
So, but
no joke, $5 Joe. Well, $5 times how many thousand?
68,888 for LSU.
What is that, Bob? Times 5. 68,000 times 5? Yeah.
Yeah.
What's that? 340,000.
Ooh. So if you add it up, probably
just off a shot.
Okay, let's
shot.
Hey, let's do it like this. I'm gonna read all the teams off, and Bach, you add them up. Okay. Florida, 4,136.
Okay.
TCU, 7,070.
Okay.
Wake Forest, 7,622.
Okay.
Virginia, I guess they don't drink a lot.
They were out early.
872.
They didn't hear about the Jello shot challenge.
Or Roberts, 3,323. LSU, 68,888. Stanford, they don't drink either. They're nerds. So, but they beat Virginia. So 912. And Tennessee, it looks like 2207.
Okay, is that everybody?
Yeah.
That's 95,030 Jello shots.
Ooh,
times $5 gives you around 475,150. So almost $500,000 on Jello shots.
Not telling me about beer.
Jello.
Now this is at one bar, ain't it?
Yeah, and I know a lot. I don't know the exact, but they also had like proceeds. Part of the proceeds going to like local food banks. So it's good for the community too. And they set like several type of records of, like Guinness World Book of Records for shots purchased by one person. They have the all-time like shots record, all-time team total, obviously, like you said, with LSU. So hopefully this keeps going. Hopefully LSU comes back next year, because that's gonna be hard to match. It's almost like they beat it by too much, so it's almost like out of reach if LSU doesn't get there. I don't know what other fan base, because what I've heard, and I've been around the College World Series for 5 or 6 years, and what I've heard and been waiting for LSU to get there, because I heard that their fan base comes strong, and I haven't seen any other fan base like that.
So every shot sold, $1 went to Omaha food banks. So that's what, probably like 40,000.
Yeah.
So.
Good calls. They Jello shot to a good cause. Next time I want to make sure I be a part of that Jello shot team.
Yo, in other news, former Arkansas quarterback Ryan Mallett, he drowned yesterday, So we'll give a rest in RIP to him. Also played in the NFL for a couple of teams, but it's a sad tragic when things like this happen.
Yeah, that's that dangerously, that riptide or whatever.
Yeah.
Sound like caught him up in Florida, and I just saw. I'm drowning is obviously very scary, and RIP to Ryan Mallett, but I always worry about that when you get out there and like certain tourist destinations, like locals know, hey, don't go near the docks or don't go over this way, and that's just scary stuff. And keep that in mind. I mean, if you're going to the beach,
he could have been knee deep in there, and it could have went and came and got him.
Yeah, and then you can't, you try to swim sideways to get back. Hopefully, it's going to be better, but that stuff's dangerous. Yeah.
Yeah, you got that. That's the one thing I always think about when you get in the ocean and you swimming in the ocean. And, you get hit with that riptide, man. You can find yourself so far from anybody. It's pathetic. So, you got to be careful anytime you're swimming and anytime you're dealing with water.
Yeah, just 35 years old. Sad. I mean, big arm quarterback. He was fun even as a recruit. He started at Michigan, if you remember, all the way back in the day. Transferred to Arkansas, had success there, and then played for the Patriots for a little bit. Texans, I'm pretty sure he started a few games in the NFL. Started 8 games in the NFL. So, sad stuff.
All right. Well,
all right, Terrell, that's what you got, Terrell. What else you got?
I'll think about it, but you can go. You're about. We can.
Quinn Clark.
There you go.
Going to Nebraska, son of former Husker. Rest in peace. My big brother, and probably top 5, maybe 6. I mean, in my opinion, as far as running backs ever, his dad, Mr. Clark, Ken Clark. So and listen, Quinn Clark is 6'5", 190 right now. Do you think that he went in 2 years that he's going to be 6'5", 190?
Get bigger.
He's going to get bigger, faster, stronger. He's got a frame that he could put on 250 in 1 year, and you could still think he's small.
Are they playing him at?
And, I mean, the kid can play.
Are they playing him at receiver or defense? Which one?
I don't know. I think he's an athlete. I think you got to see what he can do on either side of the ball, where he fits. I like him as a long linebacker. Rover, I think he strikes extremely well. He's got a big frame, and he's got that, Terrell, we got what you call that pop. You know what I'm saying? That last minute, I'm trying to knock you all the way into the ground. He's got that. What position? I don't know. He's a receiver right now. He can morph to a tight end. He can morph to a lot of different positions. He can stay at receiver and be a big receiver. You just don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I like the idea of a big body receiver. Like you said, maybe, put some weight on. We'll see how he grows. If, you almost like if you get too tall, you almost, have to move positions. But, 6'5", 190, like to see that from him. And number 1 player out of the state of Montana. So Nebraska going, places where nobody else is really going right there because it's not like he's completely highly rated, though. I mean, he is the number 1 state player in Montana, but his only other offers were, I believe, Montana State, Portland State, and Midland. So it's one of those situations, somewhat of a diamond in the rough. Montana folks probably wouldn't necessarily think so, but it also seems kind of obvious, at some point too, when you're talking about, a legacy kid that's 6'5", 190. He might not be as highly rated according to the recruiting websites. But, if he goes off and has success somewhere else, you look back and you think, well, that's an obvious miss for the Huskers. I mean, how would you miss on a legacy kid that, is that body type and is balling out? So I like it. Again, I think that, Nebraska and Matt Rule, I'm intrigued by this because they're gonna hit on some of these diamonds in the rough, as you would like to say, or as people would maybe say, as guys that aren't as highly recruited, but they're taking so many of them, they almost got to hit at a a higher level. But it is, almost at any level that you get 2 stars, 3 stars, 4 stars, it's hard to get, it's not like you're going to get 100% hit rate. So if you're still kind of looking for a 50% hit rate out of that group.
Yeah, it's like It's like being in the river looking for gold, and you're washing everything off and see what you got. Ooh, then you might get a gold or a diamond. But then if you just keep searching and you never come up and you never see it, and that's the thing that worries me too. But obviously, I could tell that it kind of is on your mind about that, because you wonder with some kids having a Southern Miss recruiting them, or Rice, and then bam, here comes Nebraska. But you know what I'm saying? But you also got to look at the fact that you still gonna have kids who's gonna be rising up because it's their senior year, because you don't want these guys that they have a great junior year, then they don't do nothing their senior year, and then they get into college and then bam, not the same player you got. So I like, for me, I like to base it off 1 year, that they senior year, their last year. I wish recruiting would take a seat back for a couple of months, but obviously it's not that way in football. But you're still gonna have some kids who are gonna rise a lot more higher on that leaderboard than what they are now.
I agree with you on that. I think you will. The one thing when you sign classes early, I think even more so, you might miss out on a senior that came out of nowhere if you fill up too fast. That is a question that I have in my mind that I think could pose to be a problem later. You're getting a lot of guys that are committed now as juniors for the 2024 class. We will have, hopefully we'll get Carter Nelson today, and we'll be somewhere closer to 20, right? 2021?
Yeah, it would be 21 guys if Carter commits today.
What happens if you got a couple of seniors in there that go completely off this year and you don't sign them because you can't sign them? That's from the city.
Yeah.
So now a guy that's not, and when I say the city, I mean Omaha, I mean the state. Now a guy that could have helped this football team, because you sign guys early, and I'm not saying that that's a problem. I'm saying it could pose a problem later when these senior guys that may come out of nowhere have a stellar season, and it's like, okay, how do we fix this problem now? Can you open up more scholarships? What are you going to do in that situation? So I'm hoping that we've got, maybe 3 or 4 scholarships that we leave open for those senior stars or those guys that star as a senior that we know nothing about.
Well, and it can happen in reverse too. I mean, some of these guys that they're signing that don't have a whole lot of other big time offers, maybe they go out and ball out their senior year, and all of a sudden all these schools, come flooding in, and then hopefully, they're loyal to Nebraska because Nebraska was there first as far as the big schools. And that's been the case for a few of these different guys. But it's early in, it's June, it's early kind of in this this recruiting class. I don't want to say that it will happen, but it's likely. I mean, we've seen it. It happens most years where you have some guys decommit at some point. So, this recruiting class is still going to probably, move around a little bit.
Yeah, because it's going to be a busy 2 days. Now, tomorrow, the Pfeiffer guy, he's going to commit tomorrow somewhere. And they say it's between Nebraska and Illinois. Now, we don't know if Illinois got an early enough jump on him and a good lead on us for him to switch or to commit here. So we have to wait for that tomorrow. That's going to be interesting to watch that, and such as today. And I think with all the news I'm hearing that the tight end will sign here.
Yeah, I want to say this too. How big was Grant Lindstrom when he came in?
I don't know.
You might know that. Can you look that up?
I can try.
Look and see how big Grant Lindstrom is as a freshman. Came into class in 1994. Looking at it by class, but I'm curious because I'm seeing something here. It looks like we're recruiting, and I think this is smart. You can add weight only to a guy with a big frame that's slim and not that skinny, I should say. It's harder to take a big guy, a 350-pound guy, and then bring him down to a 290 guy. That's tough to do. So, but when you got a slim guy who doesn't have a lot of body fat, now you're putting on muscle weight. You're not trimming fat weight. Like anytime you put on muscle weight, muscle weight is going to be superior over fat weight. Period.
Yeah, but
so I'm curious. I'm curious to know how much Grant Wistrom weighed. I would bet it couldn't be more than 2 1/4. And I might be giving him some pounds at 2 1/4.
Yeah, it looks like when I don't have his coming in his weight, but his weight by the time in 1997 they had him listed at 255. In the NFL, he was listed at 270 at one point. So, I'd probably guess you're probably about right, about 225, but I can't find it in particular. Recruiting sites didn't go back to 1994, so it's a tough find here.
Oh, I'm sorry, Bob. We're just a little older.
Yeah, predates recruiting sites a little bit, but
I'm gonna find it because I almost want to tell you Grant was he had a motor, but he was not big at all. Coming in, I mean, when I say big, I'm talking about weight wise. But he had a motor, and his motor, it was. You can't teach a motor. You can't really teach a motor. A guy, he got it or he doesn't. It's like Terrell Farley, 47 years old, still has very, very great tackling leverage, skills, and is headed up. He hit me with his shoulder, and it hurt. And I can only imagine if he was going full speed. So, you got to have a skill set coming in. You got to have a mindset coming in. Isaiah McMorris, he's a self-motivator, a self-starter. He'll go out and get after it. You got to look at these kids for what they're going to be, not what they are, what they have the potential to be. And we're doing a good job of getting guys that are going to be to the football team and to whatever position that they're playing. Okay? Got quiet. Okay.
Yeah, we better send it to break again. Once again, you're listening to the Captain here on 93.7 The Ticket. We'll be back with more Husker football and recruiting talk here on 93.7 The Ticket.
Beat the heat and make 4th of July truly monumental at Generation V.
Generation V.
This weekend only, Generation V has incredible deals that'll blow you away. Stock up on select disposables as low as $10 and enjoy 25% off all pet products.
Generation V.
July 1st through 4th, experience monumental savings up to 33% off mods, e-liquid, Delta 8, and more. Generation V with 16 Nebraska locations and a new location at 27th and Superior. GenerationV.com. Vapes contain nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical.
The Southern Pecan Cake from Beatrice Bakery. They don't just let you call anything Southern, especially when it's baked right here in Nebraska. There are standards you have to meet, like a rich, decadent, moist caramel cake? Check. Bursting with too many large pecans to count? Check. Big enough to share with the whole group? Check. But delicious enough that you won't want to share? A big check on that one. The Southern Pecan Cake, the newest cake to the Beatrice Bakery lineup. Try it for yourself at Beatrice Bakery. Online at BeatriceBakery.com. Welcome to our world of yum.
You don't think about your roof very often, but you should never take it for granted. Roofing Service Company takes every measure to provide you with the highest quality roofing solution. Whether it's a new roof installation, roof repair, or a re-roofing project, their overall goal is to provide you with a pleasant experience and a long-lasting roof. If you have a need for siding or gutters, they're your place too. Visit roofingservicecompany.com for more info today.
At first, I was really nervous and intimidated to buy a ring. I wasn't sure what I was getting into.
My experience at Starter Heyman was very easy. I felt like I walked out of Starter Heyman with the ring that was going to make her go wow and say yes.
I love my ring. It is so beautiful.
I absolutely love my ring. I get compliments on it all the time. I always tell them Starter Heyman.
Yeah, we would definitely recommend Starter Heyman.
Yeah, it was great. We're
definitely coming back.
Sure.
Sauter Heyman Jewelers, Lincoln and Grand Island. SauterHeyman.com.
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The electrical workers of local union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Hi, it's Charlie Stone again, and with me on the line, Andy Goodyear, General Manager of Honda of Lincoln. Andy, I know how proud you and everyone at the dealership are to earn the prestigious Honda President's Award year after year, 17 times. Tell our listeners what it means to you and your customers.
Thanks, Charlie. Yeah, all of us are extremely proud to have earned this award, and I want all of our customers to know it's not just earned by one person's efforts. It's the entire dealership, sales, parts, and our amazing service department.
17 times. Wow. How does that compare to other Honda dealers?
This award is only given to the most elite dealerships that demonstrate excellence. We really do strive to go above and beyond for the ultimate customer experience before and after the sale, Charlie.
That's why for 2022, Honda of Lincoln is once again Nebraska's #1 volume Honda dealer. Come experience the Honda of Lincoln way of doing business, 27th and Yankee Hill Road, or online at hondaoflincoln.com.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
A few isolated thunderstorms possible this morning, then becoming sunny and hot, a high of 96. It will feel more like 100, a light north wind at 10. Just a few passing clouds tonight with a low of 70. A chance of scattered thunderstorms tomorrow, still quite warm with an afternoon high of around 93. I'm meteorologist Tim Wright for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
This is Brian at Midwest Bank, and we've been proudly serving clients in the Lincoln community since 2008, and we're excited to open a second location in January 2024 at 70th and Pioneers Boulevard. Our new branch will provide all the convenient services you're looking for in a bank, along with the friendly staff we're known for. Whether you're starting a business or expanding your business, our team is here for you, your community, your bank, Midwest Bank. Find out more at midwestbank.com, member FDIC.
The Butchery by Venue is Lincoln's premier specialty grocers. Take the quality of Venue home with you with our hand-cut steaks, handcrafted burgers, and locally sourced offerings. Browse our wide selection of specialty products designed to enhance your dining experiences with cheeses, spices, sauces, and more. We also have an exclusive collection of liquors, whiskeys, and bourbons at prices you're sure to love. Stop in to the Butchery by Venue today, located in our Venue at Home storefront at 70th and Pioneers, just 2 doors down from Venue Restaurant and Lounge.
Guys, it's that time again. Another 10-week challenge at Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping is starting on July 8th. I joined Farrell's a little over a year ago, and with their help, I've lost over 125 pounds and can confidently say I'm in the best shape of my life. The 10-week challenge combines kickboxing, strength training, and nutrition coaching in a way that is approachable and achievable for any skill level. And ticket listeners, you can get $150 off the cost of enrollment. Head to theticketfm.com and click on the banner on the homepage to learn more. Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping at 70th and Vine or 40th and Yankee Hill.
Tailored Life is now open in Bennett. Make the short drive down Highway 2 for tons of items for your home, for both indoors and outdoors. Check out their variety of potted trees, shrubs, vines, perennials, and colorful annuals. Plus, porch pots and landscape lighting to enhance the outside of your home. Don't forget their home goods for indoors, plus convenient drinks and snacks, most which are produced locally. Visit Tailored Life today in Bennett and stay tuned to their Facebook page at Tailored Life 360 for food truck events coming up. Junior Achievement of Lincoln inspires and prepares young people for success. Learn more about the people involved in the organization and the success stories over the years each Thursday from 7 to 8 p.m. for the Junior Achievement Hour on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Back with Vershawn Jackson, powered by Bauer on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Anybody in the building? Is it just me? Am I just riding by myself?
We're here.
Yeah.
You didn't take anybody with you?
Well, yeah, I'm not. I mean, we got to get 2 cars, so yeah, it's being Catfish Mackie. Okay, so wait, I just got to go over this real quick, okay? Because this is super important. Okay, Tim Carpenter, this is our red shirt freshman year. So for myself and a bunch of us, we were red shirt freshmen. And then the year Grant Wistrom came in, this would have been his true freshman year. I'm just going to give you weights, okay, of certain people.
Mm-hmm.
Tim Carpenter, 6'2", 225. I can tell you he wasn't that when he left our senior year. He's about 255. Okay. Kenny Cheatham, 6'4", 195. Same thing. You talked about Lawrence Phillips. Lawrence Phillips was 6 foot 200 pounds in 1994. Child, 6 foot 215. Okay, and Clinton was older, so I just wanted to do that reference. But I want to get down to Grant Wistrom, because I was like, really? Hey, how much do you think Jay Foreman was weighing his freshman year? Take a wild guess.
Probably about 210.
6'3", 195.
195.
195. Now, is Jay Foreman at 195 his freshman year playing at Nebraska?
Not a linebacker.
No, he's not playing at all. Okay? But the Jay Foreman a year later, I don't know how many poundages. I guess I can look at 95 and see how much he weighed in 95. But I can guarantee you he was at least 25 to 35 pounds more heavier than he was at 6'3", 195. So I'm telling you, and look at the weight he put on. It was good weight. Jay Foreman is still in pretty good shape right now. Okay, let me keep going. How much do you think Sheldon Jackson was?
That's 195 again.
No, 6'3", 205.
205. Okay.
Tight end. So now let's equate some of these numbers to the kids that we have now, who are 6'5", 190. You know, you got other guys. You got Malachi Coleman. Look at the height. Look at the weight. And then you got to ask yourself, well, what are they going to do moving forward? Okay. So how much do you think Joe Makovica weighed coming in as a freshman?
Boy,
the great Joe Makovica, the smasher at fullback.
Oh, yeah.
180.
Joe Makovica was 5'10", 195. Look at him in 1997 and 98. I guarantee you, he wasn't nowhere near that type of weightage. He was like 245 or better, 240. I'm going to give you another one. Because, again, you got to start looking at prototypical and all that other stuff. Mike Rucker, 6'6", 225. He didn't leave 225. He didn't play in the league at 225. He didn't play for 10, 12 years in the NFL at 225 pounds. He just didn't do it. He's more like 255, 260. But you can't put that on a fat frame. Now let's get to Grant Wistrom, because I think this is super important to see. Grant Wistrom coming in with 6'5", 225, 230. What a heck of a motor. You put 25 pounds of lean muscle on Grant Wistrom, who still wasn't fat. He still was slim and trim, but he had muscle weight, not fat weight. And so I think they're doing a better job than we might be giving them credit for, because you got to look at, again, football is about development. It is not about, I got to get a guy, and he's got to come in and play for me as a true freshman. If you got guys that are playing as true freshmen, I tell you what you don't have, a good football team. You got multiple true freshmen playing, like 5, 6, 7 true freshmen. 1 or 2, okay. 5 or 6, that's overkill. That means you didn't do a good job of developing the young guys.
Gonna have to disagree with you on that one, Captain.
Tell me why.
Because nowadays freshmen are playing. You got freshmen starting on the national championship team for Georgia. You got a running back coming in. He's second on the depth chart. You got over 5, 6 freshmen playing. It's not overkill. You got great recruits that's come in that was already half developed, half ready to play. So you just add them to your, you teach them a little bit more and they're ready to play. Not obviously starters, but they can work their way to starters by the end of the year. There's some super freshmen out there. There's a lot of super freshmen.
I agree with you, but I'm just saying we're talking, and Georgia's an anomaly, I guess. And I'm saying for the most part, there wasn't too many freshmen that was going to come and play at Nebraska as a true freshman, bro. Not when we played.
Yeah.
You weren't coming in as no freshman off the street. I mean, I can name every year that I was at Nebraska from my freshman year, 93, I can name every one of the people who played as true freshmen. As a true freshman. True freshman, 1993, Leslie Dennis from Bradenton, Florida, and Lawrence Phillips played as true freshmen. 2 out of the class. The next year, you had Grant Wistrom and Octavius McFarland, true freshmen that played. The next year, you had, which would have been, let's see, what, 95?
Mm-hmm.
Amon Green. I'm trying to think who else played as a true freshman that year. I have to go back and look at that, but I know Amon played as a true freshman.
Chad Kelsey.
1995.
Chad Kelsey.
Chad Kelsey played as a true freshman?
Yes.
I don't know about that.
I came in that class, Rashawn. I know. That's my class.
Chad Kelsey played as a true freshman.
Yes, Chad Kelsey did. Chad Kelsey, Chris Brown, Amon Green, and me were the only 2 because I could have redshirted, but we was the only 4 out of that group.
Okay, so a few more guys. So now you go to 96. You know, I don't know. I can't wrap my mind around 96.
Ralph Brown. I know Ralph Brown did.
But I know there was a couple of guys who played
Ralph,
as a true
Mike,
freshman in that class.
Ralph, Mike, and D'Angelo Evans.
Ralph Brown, Mike Brown, D'Angelo Evans. Perfect. Those 3 guys. So now you go to 97. You had Erwin Sweeney, Bobby Newcomb, and I don't know if anybody else played as a true freshman in that 97 class, in that 97 year. So I'm simply saying, if in a perfect world, you don't want to be throwing a 6'3", 195 Jay Foreman into the fire as a true freshman. You might break him. Through it.
All right. The Ticket, 93.7. We'll be back.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. The home of Kansas City Royals baseball. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Hi, I'm a baseball umpire. My job can get pretty stressful. I have to keep my eyes open at all times, and if I don't make the right call, people boo me. So to relax, I visit a Nebraska lottery retailer like this one and buy some scratch tickets. It always calms me down. Hey, you cut in line.
I did not.
All right, you're out of here.
Hey, he didn't cut.
All right, you're out of here.
I feel better already. The Nebraska Lottery. Top prize odds vary by game.
Hello, Talking Deer here. I want to take this time to thank the Nebraska Lottery. Since 1993, Nebraska Lottery proceeds, over $900 million, have gone to its beneficiaries, including the environment. And since I'm out here in the field every day, I see it firsthand, or first hoof, I guess.
Who are you talking to, dear?
Oh, I was just thanking the Nebraska Lottery and all the people who play for supporting the Nebraska environment.
That's nice, dear.
The Nebraska Lottery. 30 years of building a better Nebraska.
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The electrical workers of local union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Brown Shoe Fit has all types of shoes for you to excel this summer. Check out their new Keen and Tiva brand sandals for hiking and Olukai sandals for sitting by the pool. Plus, they're stocked up on Hey Dudes to catch you up on the latest shoe fashion. They also have shoes in brands like Brooks, Hoka, Merrell, On, and many more. Browns has the local professionals to get the proper fit, aided by their high-tech foot scanner by Atrex. Stop by Brown Shoe Fit today, just south of 66th and Q in Lincoln.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round, and their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Dana Trucking. Learn more and apply today at danatrucking.com.
Keep your planter. Upgrade your technology with a John Deere Performance Upgrade Kit from Landmark Implement. Choose from ExactEmerge, MaxEmerge 5, or MaxEmerge 5E electric drive row units. Take your planter to the next level. Improve yield potential and profitability without buying new. Get new technology, increased performance, and confidence from your planter that's already in your shed. Contact your local Landmark location to order your John Deere Performance Upgrade Kit and experience the Landmark difference.
Hey, CNC machinists, do you feel like you're in a dead-end job with your boss hovering over your shoulder? That's so annoying. Not at Garner Industries. We provide the opportunity and trust our CNC machinists to bring the talent. I'm Bob Williams, HR Director at Garner Industries, and we're looking for new team members in our CNC department. At Garner Industries, you'll work in a clean, climate-controlled, and safe environment with team members who want to see you succeed. You will also enjoy 4-day work weeks, great benefits, and a positive working culture. Interested? Apply on our career page at garnerindustries.com.
Spring is here, and it's time to wake up Judson. Judson Irrigation is eager and ready to get your sprinkler system up and running for the season. Judson's technicians will check for winter damage, adjust your sprinkler heads, and show you how to set your controller for effective sprinkling coverage. The Judson Irrigation team is here for you. Stay safe.
Keep summer green. Call Judson Irrigation 402-420-6277 or judsonirrigation.com.
The sweet relief of air conditioning after a hot day in the summer sun. For only $2.88 a day, LES helps power life's special moments and your comfort. Learn more at les.com/value.
Motor Food is Lincoln's hardest rocking food truck and cafe. Motor Food creates old school comfort food with a 21st century twist and lots of rock and roll attitude. Try the barbecue pulled pork mac and cheese, the grilled chicken Firebird sandwich, a 100% all beef split grilled hot dog, and any version of their funky fries. Stop by the cafe just behind Outback Steakhouse on 48th Street or catch the food truck out and about all spring and summer. Check out their menu, order carryout, or schedule catering at motorfoodtruck.com.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Coppell Chevrolet GMC, and our big summer sales event is underway this month. Right now, get 0.9% interest rates. Yes, you heard right. 0.9% APR on select new Chevrolet and GMC vehicles, plus a $1,500 trade-in bonus on select Silverados and Sierras. You put all that together with some big Coppell discounts, and you have a tremendous buying experience. So stop on into the dealership or check us out online at CoppellCars.com. You'll be glad you did. All deals with approved credit. Hi, Sean Callahan here of HuskerOnline.com, inviting you to join us here on 93.7 The Ticket. Every Saturday morning now in our new time, we're on from 8 to 9 with the weekly Husker Online radio show. We'll give you the latest in recruiting. We'll talk about what's going on with both football, basketball, and we'll probably share a few stories from the inside. It's every Saturday morning right here on 93.7 The Ticket. It's the Husker Online radio show from 8 to 9 a.m.
This is 93.7 The Ticket.
Look at me short. Look at me short. I'm the captain now.
Three-time national champion Vershawn Jackson.
Touchdown. Vershawn Jackson, number 34, gets the touchdown. Terrell Farley. Defending Terrell Farley, who last week in his first start was a holy terror. Number 43.
And Jake Bakoven.
I've talked to a few cats. They said that Bach got some game, man.
Coming at you live from the Coppell Chevrolet GMC studios in the heart of Lincoln, America. On air and online at theticketfm.com. Powered by Bauer. Here he is, Vershawn Jackson.
Yeah. The Ticket, 93.7. Power by Bauer. Infrastructure. Bauer.
Underground.
Breads.
Excavating.
Good job, fellas. Good job. Shout out to the Bauer guys out there, Big Slim and all his guys out there.
There you go.
I'm gonna knock Big Slim on his butt in the knockleball contest coming up soon, but still training for that one.
Big Slim and the boys. Listen, I'm looking at Twitter right now, Nelson. And I've seen the pictures. But when Carter Nelson,
You're breaking up a little, VJ. We can't understand you here.
uh-oh.
Oh, there we go.
Might be in a bad spot.
All right, you're a
Can you
little
get me
bit better.
now?
Yeah, just repeat what you were saying because we didn't understand that.
Okay, so on Twitter, Carter Nelson retweeted a picture of 24 Nebraska boys. Right? Yeah, I'm just telling you. And it's got, want to tell you, the kid from North, Kalen, and then McMorris, and what's the other kid from WS?
Davon Hall.
Davon Hall. It's got Carter sitting down in his 22 jersey, the one I like. And then it's got number 61. I don't know who that is.
Well, that's Ashton Murphy. That's another.
Ashton Murphy.
Yeah.
Ashton Murphy. Okay, now, why would he retweet that?
Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
In a Husker uniform.
Unless he really wants to become the bad guy in the state, then he's leaning the Huskers. I mean, a lot of people feeling he's going to pick Nebraska today. Again, he's opening the doors in Ainsworth here in about 20 minutes. So it's not, the commit time is not 11:30, but it should be shortly after that.
I hope that anybody that's 6'5", 215 with a 7-foot high jump, 4.5 in the 40. When we talked, remember what I told you? These other guys weigh coming in as freshmen. His upside is tremendous. That's why everybody in the country wants him, because he's already got some skills and he can play. He's an athlete, an athlete. We got to get back to getting athletes, man. Guys that can do multiple sports and that can play multiple positions if they need be, to help the team win games. Never in a million years, when they always ask me, I'm so tired now. People ask me, well, what position did you play sometimes? They'll say, what position you play? And most people think I play linebacker, but I'll say tight end, and they'll look at me again like, you play tight end for who? Nebraska. When? On the championship team. How? Because it shouldn't have been done. A 6-foot tight end wearing 34, that shouldn't happen. But it looks like we're going to get a 22 out there that's going to be handling his business. Now, he might change his number, but I don't know. He might keep that Deuce Deuce. That Deuce Deuce look pretty good on him. I don't know how good it's going to look when he's 6'6", 260. That might look a little weird out there at 22. But, hey, listen, I want kids that can play football. I don't care about all of the measurables.
55 pounds.
What?
You said 260s, so he's going to put on 55 pounds.
If he's going to play tight end and he's going to be one of the great ones, he's got to. He's got to. But he's going to listen. It's going to look like a real tight end, though, sir. He's going to be jacked up. He's already pretty jacked now. So you put that, you get him at the training table, you get him in that weight room, you get him on supplements. 50 pounds is nothing for a 6'5", 6'6" frame. That's nothing. I mean, I was 6 foot, 215 pounds in high school. When I left Nebraska, I was 245. It could have got bigger. I got to 255.
The best tight end in the nation is 6'4", 230.
I'm not saying that he put 15 pounds of muscle on. I'm not saying he couldn't do that. I'm simply saying,
you know who that is, don't you?
Who is the tight end? I want to know a tight end that's got the best all-around tight end in football.
Brock Bowers.
Who's the best all-around tight end in the National Football League?
Let's see.
A lot of good choices there.
I wait for it.
You got a lot of good choices. You got Kels from
Travis Kelce, yeah.
you
First
got
pass catcher.
You got Kittle. You got Kittle.
Yeah.
You got George Kittle.
Okay, but I've said all around now. That means you can block too. You got to be able to block. And I like both of those guys, but you got to be able to block. Who blocks the best between those two guys?
A Kittle, probably.
Probably.
All right, good. Now look and see how big
him
Kittle
and
is.
Kels 1 and 2.
How big is Kittle?
I could look up his frame
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, I mean, if you're talking prototypical, let's see what the prototypical tight end. How big is he? How tall is he? What does he look like?
Kittle's,
if you say Kittle is the best all around tight end, go.
He's 6'4", 250.
Thank you. I rest my case, Your Honor. You got to, if you're going to be an all around tight end that can play on every single down, that's a threat in the pass game, but a bigger threat in the run game, you got to have weight on you. How in the heck are you going to block them defensive ends?
Yeah,
Tell me who 230 going to block one of them great defensive ends in the NFL?
And again, it depends on what what offense you're looking at and what type of tight end, because some tight ends are, borderline receivers at this point, which, Brock Bowers, you could kind of put in that conversation. Maybe he needs to get a little bit bigger for the NFL. But even in you're looking at his Twitter, Carter Nelson's, that is, he has wide receiver / tight end written up there. So you kind of wonder what kind of his future or his thoughts are. At Ainsworth, obviously 8-man football, he does it all. He passes, runs, plays defense, receives. So, he's got to feel like he's quite an athlete one way or the other. But yeah, I mean, the future of him, and I think his prospects, why he's so high, is probably his athletic ability. But that'll be fun to watch him develop as, like you're saying, to kind of, get in there and play on rundowns. If you're running a lot of 2 tight end sets, a lot of it's going to be pushing people over, or at least the willpower, the hope to.
Yeah, but you got to go to guys like Kyle Pitts, who a linebacker can't check. You know what I'm saying? And a DB barely can check this guy. He's 6'6", 246. So, it's you don't have to be 260, 270 but you can be 250, 240 in that range. But and Kyle Pitts is, he showed out last year before. I don't know if he played the whole year, but it's only gonna get bigger and better for him this year. I can't wait to see this guy for the Atlanta Falcons this year.
I mean, how big is I'm gonna tell you who my breakout player should be if he find a way to put it all together. The kid from Georgia, the tight end from Georgia.
Oh, he's an H-back to me.
Janarian Bonner.
No, not Bonner. Okay. Not Bonner. I'm talking the tight end from Georgia.
Oh, the transfer. Okay.
Yeah, we got to see if he's going to play.
Rick Gilbert.
We still haven't heard anything.
Listen, let me tell you something. That dude, Mr. Gilbert. If Mr. Gilbert, let me call him Mr. Gilbert, because that's a man. That's a football player. Like when I think to myself, hey, can I do anything with Mr. Gilbert? I'm thinking to myself, nah, I better leave Mr. Gilbert alone. How big is Mr. Gilbert?
Oh, he's
in
big.
that 240, 250 range.
Yeah, 6'5", 255.
6'4", 6'5".
Yeah,
how big?
He was born big, so he got to work. He came in big.
Well, if you can get him playing big and blocking big and catching big, that's when you get those tight ends. Like, could you imagine if we could get Austin Allen back for another year?
Would have been nice. Could have.
What?
Had a season of eligibility left. Austin Allen.
Oh yeah.
It was a COVID year.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Well, imagine if we had Austin Allen and what's the big guy that left last year?
Vokalek.
Imagine if we had them 2 guys like together for another year. Could you imagine that?
Would have been nice.
Now, when you talk about returning, now you ain't even worried about anything because you know you got 2 monsters returning. But you got to develop them. You got to make those guys. You got to be like, okay, the Ralph Browns, the Mike Browns, where they start their first 2 years, and then their last 2 years, oh my goodness. That's why they went 2nd and 3rd round, or 2nd and 5th round, or wherever Ralph went. They both got drafted, put it like that. He played 10 years in the NFL.
Yeah.
So it's development. It's having a guy playing a system for years not a guy that can come in and help you for a year or two. No disrespect to Terrell, but Terrell had 3 years to play. If it didn't work out his freshman year, he would have had 2 more years, doggone it. Terrell, you'd have been there for our senior year. It would have been nice if you could have just had him pulled out. You should have got hurt in '96, Terrell. You should have faked the injury, blew something out. No, I'm not gonna say that, but you shouldn't have got hurt. But I'm saying it would have been nice to have had. I mean, could you imagine being on that '97 defense, Terrell?
It was okay. I'm happy with. I'm happy. No.
Could you imagine?
No, I couldn't.
What we would look like if we had you on the '97 defense.
I love the '95 defense. I don't think about the how they say about non-existing things.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm a firm believer in.
Hey! Don't be disrespectful, sir.
I'm not being disrespectful.
We won the
just
national
saying.
championship.
Look,
too.
I'm not being disrespectful, sir. I'm just saying I'm good where I'm at. You know. And I like the '96 team too.
You don't want to imagine on that '97. You said you stay on '95.
Well, just imagine the '95 defense. Just imagine that right quick. Just imagine, imagine us gang tackle.
Just compare it to the '95 defense.
Imagine us gang tackling you and punching you.
Who do you compare? Miami defense in 01?
You know, just imagine us gang tackling you and punching you in your stomach on the way down to the ground.
Oh boy. Yeah, well,
ten fists in your stomach.
You know how you black shirts used to play. y'all didn't play very fair.
Hey, we was like the 4 horsemen. We got to jump you.
All right, well, I mean, if that's what we got to do to win games, then we need to get back to jumping people on the football field, gang tackling, 8 people on one guy, that type of deal.
You learn that at practice, so you got to learn that at practice. Then it carries over into the game.
Well, I think we're going to practice harder. We're going to go harder than we ever went before, because I think Coach Rule's no nonsense. His name is Rule, so it's got to be under. And I am ecstatic, but I will not say a word about who's going to do what. I don't care what I see until we play Minnesota. Then I'll let you know how I think the rest of the season is going to go.
So we're going to wait the game week 1.
Yeah, week 1.
Week 0. Week 1.
You don't know what we're going to run.
Yeah.
So we have no idea. You never know. We might mess around and look like.
All right. Well, the captain's cutting out, and it's getting closer and closer to the time we see the young man from Ainsworth commit today. Will it be Nebraska? Will it be Notre Dame? Will it be UGA? The Ticket, 93.7.
Keep your planter. Upgrade your technology with a John Deere Performance Upgrade Kit from Landmark Implement. Choose from ExactEmerge, MaxEmerge 5, or MaxEmerge 5E electric drive row units. Take your planter to the next level. Improve yield potential and profitability without buying new. Get new technology, increased performance, and confidence from your planter that's already in your shed. Contact your local Landmark location to order your John Deere Performance Upgrade Kit and experience the Landmark difference.
Get rid of pesky critters once and for all with Bats to Rats. Their expert team is here to help you reclaim your home. No more sleepless nights caused by crawling critters or flapping wings. Bats to Rats ensures a safe environment for every family member. Check the website at batstorats.com for amazing offers, and if you mention this ad, you'll receive $10 off your initial inspection cost. Don't allow uninvited guests to take over your home. Trust Bats to Rats for a peaceful and rodent-free living space.
Hi, Sean Callahan here of HuskerOnline.com, inviting you to join us here on 93.7 The Ticket every Saturday morning now in our new time. We're on from 8 to 9 with the weekly Husker Online radio show. We'll give you the latest in recruiting. We'll talk about what's going on with both football, basketball, and we'll probably share a few stories from the inside. It's every Saturday morning right here on 93.7 The Ticket. It's the Husker Online radio show from 8 to 9 a.m.
Working at Continental in Lincoln isn't a job, it's a career. And right now they've raised wages again and they're hiring for production operators at $24.11 per hour, which grows to $28.27 per hour within 3 years. Skilled trade positions now start at $32.76 per hour, with opportunities to make more based on certifications. Continental also has salaried jobs available and great benefits, plus medical and prescription costs at very low premiums. Dental, vision, and life insurance are offered at no premium cost to the associates, with increased bonuses and vacation for new hires. To learn more or to apply, go to continental-jobs.com with keyword Lincoln. Come work at Continental today.
Summertime is in full swing, and it's time to get to work on outdoor projects. Deck City is a great place to start as Lincoln's local source for everything decks. Deck City has everything you need to build the deck of your dreams, from treated lumber to Westbury aluminum railings and TimberTech composite decking. They offer advice from real deck professionals to give you proper guidance to make your project go smoothly. Call them today to schedule an appointment at 402-480-6671. Go online at deckcityne.com or visit their new location just north of 33rd and Cornhusker Highway. Deck City, your local deck experts.
Spring is here, and it's time to wake up Judson. Judson Irrigation is eager and ready to get your sprinkler system up and running for the season. Judson's technicians will check for winter damage, adjust your sprinkler heads, and show you how to set your controller for effective sprinkling coverage. The Judson Irrigation team is here for you. Stay safe.
Keep summer green. Call Judson Irrigation 402-420-6277 or judsonirrigation.com.
Action Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electric brings exciting career opportunities for you or someone you know. They are now hiring plumbers, electricians, and HVAC techs and installers to continually build their professional team. They offer competitive pay and full benefits packages that include health, dental, vision, PTO, and 401k options. Action has created a positive team environment for over 50 years. Apply online at actionlincoln.com.
At first, I was really nervous and intimidated to buy a ring. I wasn't sure what I was getting into.
My experience at Starter Heyman was very easy. I felt like I walked out of Starter Heyman with the ring that was going to make her go wow and say yes.
I love my ring. It is so beautiful.
I absolutely love my ring. I get compliments on it all the time. I always tell them Starter Heyman.
Yeah, we would definitely recommend Starter Heyman.
Yeah, it was great.
We're definitely coming back.
Sure.
Sauter Heyman Jewelers, Lincoln and Grand Island. SauterHeyman.com.
If you or someone you know is having thoughts of suicide or experiencing a mental health or substance use crisis, call 988 for free, confidential, and compassionate support. On July 16th, the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline is transitioning to 988. There is hope. For 24/7 support, call, text, or chat 988.
Sponsored by Nebraska DHHS, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
The sweet relief of air conditioning after a hot day in the summer sun. For only $2.88 a day, LES helps power life's special moments and your comfort. Learn more at les.com/value.
Hi, I'm a baseball umpire. My job can get pretty stressful. I have to keep my eyes open at all times, and if I don't make the right call, people boo me. So to relax, I visit a Nebraska lottery retailer like this one and buy some scratch tickets. It always calms me down. Hey, you cut in line.
I did not.
All right, you're out of here.
Hey, he didn't cut.
All right, you're out of here.
I feel better already. The Nebraska Lottery. Top prize odds vary by game.
Hello, Talking Deer here. I want to take this time to thank the Nebraska Lottery. Since 1993, Nebraska Lottery proceeds, over $900 million, have gone to its beneficiaries, including the environment. And since I'm out here in the field every day, I see it firsthand, or first hoof, I guess.
Who are you talking to, dear?
Oh, I was just thanking the Nebraska Lottery and all the people who play for supporting the Nebraska environment.
That's nice, dear.
The Nebraska Lottery. 30 years of building a better Nebraska.
Brown Shoe Fit has all types of shoes for you to excel this summer. Check out their new Keen and Tiva brand sandals for hiking and Olukai sandals for sitting by the pool. Plus, they're stocked up on Hey Dudes to catch you up on the latest shoe fashion. They also have shoes and brands like Brooks, Hoka, Merrell, On, and many more. Browns has the local professionals to get the proper fit, aided by their high-tech foot scanner by Atrex. Stop by Brown Shoe Fit today, just south of 66th and Q in Lincoln.
Back with Vershawn Jackson, powered by Bauer, on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. The Ticket 93.7. Captain.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Be good. I'm still riding. On the back roads in 75. Nemaha County line. I'm just kidding. I'm like somewhere.
Where you going?
Kansas.
Oh, okay.
Wichita. My favorite honey hole.
Wichita, huh?
Wichita.
I've been there.
The home of D'Angelo Evans.
I've been there.
There you go.
Been there in 1994. I went to Omaha. I mean, not Omaha. My first time in
To Wichita.
Wichita.
Yeah.
I went home with a guy. And Wichita used to be bad back then. You know,
Dangerous place?
Dangerous back in the 90s.
Certain spots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you know, a nice town though. City.
Do we got Carter Nelson yet?
We
Not
don't.
yet.
Again, he the doors open at 11:30, so his announcement wasn't 11:30. But there are media now in taking pictures of where he will announce, if that helps. But we will obviously stay on top of that and announce it as soon as we get the word.
Do you think he's gonna do the whole? You think he's gonna do a whole song and dance, or is he just gonna say, "I'm going to Nebraska. Let's go, Huskers"?
Yeah, I mean, I can't imagine him doing the hat thing where you pick up one hat and choose the other one. I mean, maybe he would, but not with the Nebraska hat. Again, you just got to be careful with flirting with Nebraska too much and then going the opposite way, because you still got to play in another year here in Nebraska. So I think he'll. I mean, I think a lot of people are trending him toward Nebraska. Obviously, his last big visit was to Nebraska. You mentioned the tweet he just put out. Nebraska is doing a great job of keeping these kids in state, and he's the big fish. And so hopefully Nebraska can keep the big fish. I think we'd all be a little bit surprised if he picked somebody else.
Yeah, I definitely would be surprised. And like I said, he tweeted out, if that's not this was yesterday when he tweeted out 24 Nebraska kids. He retweeted 24 Nebraska kids. So I'm hoping that here in the next 30 minutes we get some great news, and we'll see where that catapults us.
Now, VJ, I did want to ask you about Caleb Pyfrom, because he is a guy that people are, the glass ball predictions now are going toward Illinois. That's a guy that you've been high on. We've talked about him for months. He makes his decision tomorrow. That could be another one, big one for Nebraska. Do you have a feeling either way on him?
Sometimes you got to tread your own path, and the crystal ball may say Illinois for him. Hate to see him leave the state, but like I said, sometimes things don't work out. And man, I would love to see Caleb Pyfrom in a Nebraska uniform. If he goes to Illinois, you got to deal with him.
Yeah,
you don't have to deal with him, and that's going. I mean, that could be a problem. Not now, but in the next couple of years, it could be a major problem. And it could come back to bite you. Is successful at Illinois.
Yeah, we'll see. That'll be interesting, obviously, tomorrow. But today and right now, all eyes are on Carter Nelson to see what he chooses. Nebraska, again, they've already got, 5 commits from the state of Nebraska with Daniel Kaelin, Davon Hall, Isaiah McMorris, Ashton Murphy, and Donovan Jones. So, it kind of circled the state, keep the guys, within the state lines. That's what they're going to be their goal moving forward. And again, it's just amazing to see, even if, Pyfrom does choose Illinois, some of the schools, guys down the line picking Notre Dame. I mean, even Nebraska's getting kind of the top kids if they get Carter Nelson in the state, according to a lot of the websites. But even down the line, to have some of the the 5th or 7th ranked guys going to Notre Dame's Illinois. I mean, it's a big statement to the state of Nebraska in the high school football. I know there's certain areas where it could be better, but there's also certain years where Nebraska struggles to get 4 or 5 D1 guys, and now the lights kind of been turned on the last couple of years of how much talent's going out.
Well, talent's been here. The previous coaching staff just chose to turn a blind eye to the talent. I mean, it's been here, and like I said, there's something that Coach Rule is doing that the 2 previous predecessors didn't do. And I'm not talking about Mickey. I'm talking about Scott and Mike Riley, Hitman Beret. I'm saying these guys did not troll the state the way that Matt Rule has been trolling the state and saying, I'm not playing. You guys will not be coming in here getting my Carter Nelsons. You will not be coming in getting my Isaiah McMorris's. My Missouri, get out the way, Missouri. Big Brother's here. And I think it's great for the state. It's great for Nebraska football. And we got to just see how he develops the guys that we get.
Yeah, and like we said too, just a big month of recruiting. If Ainsworth, the tight end Carter Nelson, does commit, he would become the 14th player this month. I'd be interested in talking to somebody that's a little closer to recruiting to think of a month that's been that stacked, that heavy of commitments. I know those camps were a big deal. That a lot of offers went out and a lot of guys jumped on those offers. But my goodness, has this been crazy? And I was gone for when Davon Hall and Isaiah McMorris committed. I'm sure you guys celebrated quite a bit. To kind of bring that Hall in. I mean, you talk about a cool upcoming year out there for Bellevue West, to have a future quarterback throwing to two future wide receivers, wearing scarlet and cream. Doesn't get much cooler than that. So, I can't wait not only for, this all to come to fruition and these guys to get on campus and, hopefully we talk about development and all that stuff coming in the next couple of years, but how about just this upcoming year of high school football is going to be quite entertaining with, across plenty of different classes.
Mm-hmm. You there? Brother?
He's ordering something to sound like.
Yeah, so again, we're waiting to hear from Carter Nelson. That's obviously the big story in Husker football today. Would be huge for what it's worth too. He is a top 100 player. Almost, I think every website, big time recruiting service has him at that. That's also something when we talk about these diamonds in the roughs, in kind of going into recruiting that style. Nebraska's done okay, grabbing a 4-star here and there, but eventually we do talk about needing those types of dudes. You talked earlier about like super freshmen or guys like that. You talk about Ohio State. Whenever you read your preseason magazine and they've got the top 10 commits to the Big Ten, and 8 of them are from Ohio State, and 1 from Michigan, and 1 from Penn State. I mean, it is important to get these type of kids. It's certainly certainly one that grows up in your state. And Nebraska, we talk about the high school football and how that's developed. This will be back-to-back years. You've had Malachi Coleman. You now have Carter Nelson as top 100 players. Thomas Fedone a few years ago, of course, not quite within the state, but in pretty close to it. But Nebraska hasn't necessarily done a great job, I suppose, of getting top 100 players over the last 10 years, especially 2. And to get 2 in a class, the last time Nebraska did that was 2011.
We're on the comeback trail, y'all. We're on the comeback trail. Don't drink the Kool-Aid. Don't drink water.
Do you guys Did you guys ever like super get into recruiting? Because for a lot of us, there's like a phase where you just throughout your football fandom, really get into it. And then, it probably depends on how your team does. Eventually, maybe you kind of phase in and out of it. And certainly, I think the last couple of years or, Scott Frost's final year, a lot of emphasis was placed on the transfer portal, maybe more so than their traditional recruiting class. So maybe lost some people. Would you guys say right now you're at the height of your interest in recruiting, or was there a time that you really got into it?
Well, recruiting now is not the same as it used to be because they took the fun out of it just with the transfer portal itself now. Yeah. Because, it's because you don't know how long that kid's going to be there. You don't know how long that coach is going to be there. Coach leave, they get to leave. So, it's an uphill battle with that because, now you got so many recruiting services that probably more than 10 that rates these kids at different rates. You don't know which one you really want. So that's how I always believe in like Rivals or a guy like Phil Steele who has his book comes out right before football because that guy right there knows a lot about recruiting and he knows a lot about, where players are really going to play at. But with the recruiting thing right now this year, it's I don't like it. I don't love it like I used to because it was a mystery a long time ago, and now it's 20 guys before the season even started. So now you already know what you're gonna get. So if something happens to that kid, do you live up to their expectations, or do they live up to their expectations? So it goes. It's a double standard in that.
I'm more excited than I've ever been when it comes to recruiting this year. I'm more engaged. I'm more just excited about Nebraska football. I like the fact that we got guys early, and we can watch their development over the year, over this this next football season. And we can follow them. All it's going to do is help them. We're gonna be more interested in what McMorris and that trio does at Bellevue West. More people are going to pull for them. So I'm excited about it. I think this is probably the best year we've had around here in a long time in recruiting, where we haven't missed on guys that are just flat out misses. Some guys are just flat misses. Some guys you just don't want to deal with, but some guys are flat misses. And so I think we got it right this year, and only time will tell if we really truly got it right.
Yeah, he's happy for the Omaha kids. He wants an all Nebraska offense.
No, I don't. I want the best offense that gives us the best chance to win. And if that's not, and that's going to be a melting pot of players of the pipeline. Let's get back to the pipeline. Let's talk about that. I'm glad you said that. So of the pipeline, how many of those guys were from Nebraska?
3.
Well, if that's the case, there were 2 other key pieces to that pipeline that wasn't from Nebraska. Aaron Graham, your center, and Brandon Stye, your guard, was not from Nebraska. But I can tell you now, in their heart, they're from Nebraska. They're Nebraska through and through. I don't ever hear Aaron Graham talking about, yeah, I'm going back to Texas. It's all about Texas. Nope, it's still all about Nebraska. And I think just because you're from other states doesn't mean that you can't jump on the Nebraska bandwagon and understand what this Nebraska hype is all about, man.
Well, I'm glad to see it. Hopefully get back to that with Matt Rule. For a lot of people too, and I feel like this with every kind of coaching transition, is it just kind of brings hope back, and certainly you had a little bit of that certainly with Mickey Joseph in the big win against Iowa, so that kind of gave a little bit of fresh coat of paint to the Scott Frost era, and having to sit through the rest of that, so we kind of understand why they did what they did. But I even kind of think about that toward the end of Bo Pelini, and Bo had a great run, obviously, here compared to his predecessor, or excuse me, compared to the people that followed him. But and people may disagree with this, but I just felt like you kind of felt like you hit a ceiling with Bo, and so when they were moving on to a next coach, whether you agreed with it or disagreed with it, to me it was like, okay, at least there's kind of a hope, or it's got somewhat of an unknown, coming back into it. And you can kind of build around that. And Matt Rule, I think, is doing a great job of again, hitting a lot of the bullet points that maybe people expected that Scott Frost would hit, just because he is that former Husker, that Nebraska connection. You talk about an outsider coming in and feeling, like he's Nebraska. Matt Rule has done his best to do that, and I think it's helping. It's you get that feeling, especially with such a heavy emphasis on in-state recruiting and just everything he's done. I mean, he's going to concerts or wrestling events or whatever it is, basically any type of hobby that you have, any sort of thing that he could spotlight that Lincoln has, he's been on top of it. And so I agree with you. I mean, it is fun to kind of get the local flavor. I think that is a big part of it. But an outsider can come in and certainly embrace it and make it his own.
Yeah, when was the last time Nebraska recruited 5, I'll say, greater metro area kids? When was the last time they had 5 commit
in
the same class? You Go back and look at it. I don't know how far you got to go back. You're going to have to go back a ways to get, let's call it, how many Nebraska kids do we have? We get Carter Nelson today. How many is that?
That would be number 6.
So, and that would be 5 in the Omaha area, right? The metro area.
Yeah, I'm trying to think where Ashton Murphy's from, but I think yeah.
I mean, so let's just, I'm just talking Omaha, the metro area right now, because that's the biggest melting pot of kids. That's Omaha's, to me, and I could be wrong, you guys help me. Omaha, to me, is got the most number of athletes than any other place, aside from Lincoln, put together. You're going to get the best of the best in Nebraska from the metro area.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if that's the case, you would think that Scott Frost, of all people, would definitely recruit the Omaha metro area. Mike Riley, the Omaha metro, did they do their research before they took these jobs? Because I know Matt Rule's doing his research. Because there's no shadow of a doubt that he's not, I mean trolling hard in the metro area. What's the kid from Omaha North? You got the defensive tackle. That committee. You got the 3 kids from Bellevue West. That's 4 right there. You got the other kid from North. That's 5. Okay, so we're up to 5 from the metro area. And I think they're doing a great job. And it does make me, as a person that's from Omaha, from the metro area, it makes me feel good to see kids going back to Nebraska that's from the metro area.
All right, everybody in the state is about to go crazy. In 12 minutes, Carter Nelson will be making the decision. Will he spend the next 4 years in the Corn State? Or will he go see whoever? The Ticket 93.7. We'll be back.
Hollywood to South Central. Crazy. Long Beach to Compton. Always up to no good. Hooray. Crazy.
Hey, CNC machinists, do you feel like you're in a dead-end job with your boss hovering over your shoulder? That's so annoying. Not at Garner Industries. We provide the opportunity and trust our CNC machinists to bring the talent. I'm Bob Williams, HR Director at Garner Industries, and we're looking for new team members in our CNC department. At Garner Industries, you'll work in a clean, climate-controlled, and safe environment with team members who want to see you succeed. You will also enjoy 4-day work weeks, great benefits, and a positive working culture. Interested? Apply on our career page at garnerindustries.com.
Look at your car. It's filthy and probably has a few dings and nicks all over it. Don't be that guy. Get it upgraded and repaired at Renew Your Auto. At Renew Your Auto, they offer tons of services: ceramic coating, window tinting, paintless dent repair, washes and details, bed liners, body shop, and more. Where can you go to get services like that all in one place? Schedule your appointment today at renewyourauto.com. See what Renew can do for you.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Coppell Chevrolet GMC, and our big summer sales event is underway this month. Right now, get 0.9% interest rates. Yes, you heard right. 0.9% APR on select new Chevrolet and GMC vehicles, plus a $1,500 trade-in bonus on select Silverados and Sierras. You put all that together with some big Coppell discounts, and you have a tremendous buying experience. So stop on into the dealership or check us out online at CoppellCars.com. You'll be glad you did. All deals with approved credit.
On the Block with Strick and Austin.
Was anybody in the building when Dick Vitale was in the building when I think we played the number 3 Kansas Jayhawks in Devaney? And we upset them? Was anybody in the building when Dickie V was going crazy? This is a big one, baby! This is a PT Pierce, baby! Look at the diaper dandies! That was amazing.
Weekdays from 2 to 4 on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Motor Food is Lincoln's hardest rocking food truck and cafe.
Motor Food creates old school comfort food with a 21st century twist and lots of rock and roll attitude. Try the barbecue pulled pork mac and cheese, the grilled chicken Firebird sandwich, a 100% all beef split grilled hot dog, and any version of their funky fries. Stop by the cafe just behind Outback Steakhouse on 48th Street or catch the food truck out and about all spring and summer. Check out their menu, order carryout, or schedule a catering at motorfoodtruck.com.
You don't think about your roof very often, but you should never take it for granted. Roofing Service Company takes every measure to provide you with the highest quality roofing solution. Whether it's a new roof installation, roof repair, or a re-roofing project, their overall goal is to provide you with a pleasant experience and a long-lasting roof. If you have a need for siding or gutters, they're your place too. Visit roofingservicecompany.com for more info today.
Working at Continental in Lincoln isn't a job, it's a career. And right now they've raised wages again and they're hiring for production operators at $24.11 per hour, which grows to $28.27 per hour within 3 years. Skilled trade positions now start at $32.76 per hour with opportunities to make more based on certifications. Continental also has salary jobs available and great benefits, plus medical and prescription costs at very low premiums. Dental, vision, and life insurance are offered at no premium cost to the associates with increased bonuses and vacation for new hires. To learn more or to apply, go to continental-jobs.com with keyword Lincoln. Come work at Continental today. You've driven by GE Landscape Supply countless times, likely without even knowing, at 6701 Cornhusker Highway. Now it's time to stop in. GE Landscape Supply sells to homeowners and contractors with a vast selection of landscaping and construction materials. They sell in bulk to save you money, and you can buy anything from a 5-gallon bucket to a semi-load. And don't forget, they deliver anywhere. Stop by 6701 Cornhusker Highway from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday to Friday and 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Saturdays. Go to GELandscapesupply.com for more info or call 402-467-1627.
Hi, it's Charlie Stone again, and with me on the line, Andy Goodyear, General Manager of Honda of Lincoln. Andy, I know how proud you and everyone at the dealership are to earn the prestigious Honda President's Award year after year, 17 times. Tell our listeners what it means to you and your customers.
Thanks, Charlie. Yeah, all of us are extremely proud to have earned this award, and I want all of our customers to know it's not just earned by one person's efforts. It's the entire dealership, sales, parts, and our amazing service department.
17 times. Wow. How does that compare to other Honda dealers?
This award is only given to the most elite dealerships that demonstrate excellence. We really do strive to go above and beyond for the ultimate customer experience before and after the sale, Charlie.
That's why for 2022, Honda of Lincoln is once again Nebraska's #1 volume Honda dealer. Come experience the Honda of Lincoln way of doing business, 27th and Yankee Hill Road, or online at hondaoflincoln.com.
At first, I was really nervous and intimidated to buy a ring. I wasn't sure what I was getting into.
My experience at Starter Heyman was very easy. I felt like I walked out of Starter Heyman with the ring that was going to make her go wow and say yes.
I love my ring. It is so beautiful.
I absolutely love my ring. I get compliments on it all the time. I always tell them Starter Heyman.
Yeah, we would definitely recommend Starter Heyman.
Yeah, it was great.
We're definitely coming back in the future.
Sauter Heyman Jewelers, Lincoln and Grand Island. SauterHeyman.com.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
A few isolated thunderstorms possible this morning, then becoming sunny and hot, a high of 96. It will feel more like 100, a light north wind at 10. Just a few passing clouds tonight with a low of 70. A chance of scattered thunderstorms tomorrow, still quite warm with an afternoon high of around 93. I'm meteorologist Tim Wright for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Back with Vershawn Jackson, powered by Bauer, on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Yeah. Jackson Show, I don't know what they're doing back at the studio, but I'm on time. Are y'all all right back there?
Yeah, we just waiting for the big news. Jose Farfan said we got Carter Nelson. We still haven't got it official yet. So
Well, you won't.
You see the Gabe? Did you see the Gabe Irvin picture I sent you?
I did.
That it's floating around. It's floating around Twitter. So obviously it's real, but I don't know if this photoshopped or what, because he looks too big and his arms are longer than his whole body. So
it's photoshopped.
And if he is that big, what day did he skip leg work? So but
he is well. Hey, listen, he is well put together. That is Photoshop. That is not. He looks. His legs are just as big as his upper body. Trust me. That's a grown man at running back. That's a real running back. We might get to see some real old school running backs from Nebraska playing this year coming up.
Yeah,
that mentality.
That's still going to be interesting how they use those guys. I know we're waiting for the announcement, but losing AJ Allen, that was a big story, but they still got a lot of talent in that running back room. Obviously, Anthony Grant, almost 1,000 yards. Gabe Irvin doing that offseason work to get into it. And again, Ramir Johnson, this is the third staff that's going to, kind of third staff, I suppose, but third offensive coordinator, at least, that's going to get a different look at Ramir Johnson and what they want to do there. So I still think, he's that guy that maybe doesn't flash as far as like he's going to, be the best in any one particular area, but he's a good all-around back. That was a big-time playmaker for him a few years ago. I'd like to see him get back into it.
Yeah, he looked. I'm excited, man. I wish July goes by like June. But then we'll be in football season.
Yeah.
I mean, pretty quick. You guys are gonna miss me for a couple of weeks, though.
Oh, where are you going?
Going on vacation.
Uh-oh.
I'm going on a staycation.
Oh, a staycation. Okay.
A staycation. Not a vacay, a staycation. I got to unplug from the Matrix before this big season. This is going to be an inaugural. I mean, we got this. Is the facility going to be open?
I don't know if they're, I know that their plan was to kind of get close to there. I know they just kind of talked about it the other day, and it might, like the new weight room might not be ready on time, but they're not too worried about it. So I don't know. I don't know what the progress is on that one.
I don't want to open it halfway. If it's halfway done or 3/4 of the way done, don't open it. Wait till 2024, and then open it. You can fully open it. You're right. I got to find out about that. Text line. Anybody out there know when are we expected to open up the new facility? The Frank Solich. The new Frank Solich facility, by the way. Anybody else? Terrell, you so quiet over there. You don't know?
I don't know anything.
You don't know at the end. What do you got going, man? It's high noon. It's COD time.
They said he's on Instagram Live, so I don't have Instagram. I do, but I don't have it on my app yet.
Oh, you got to catch up with the 24/7.
Well, I got Instagram, but when I got my phone, I didn't put it back on. You don't even have TikTok, so.
I've got Instagram. I don't know how to use it, but I got it.
Do you have TikTok?
I'm never getting on TikTok.
Oh, you don't have the right thing.
People that get on TikTok are addicted. You're addicted to doing stuff.
Oh, yeah. Passes time pretty well for
Yeah, especially if you
I'm
sit
not
on
addicted to it.
I can sit on the back porch. I can sit on the back porch and look at TikTok for about an hour.
That's my point. You're addicted. Just like you're addicted to COD.
Yeah. From 1 to 4 every day. Don't call me. Won't pick up.
This is unbelievable.
Yeah, they do have it on Instagram Live.
What?
So they do have it on Instagram Live. I opened it up and they're just waiting. There's nobody at the table yet, so still waiting for the announcement.
He's gonna come out in the Husker and the red and white. I looked at his dad. His dad strikes me as a big time Husker fan.
Yeah, I've heard the family is big into the Huskers. Now they are starting to make their way to the table. The guys sitting down, I can't decipher who's who, but there's a lot of red in there now. Ainsworth is a red and black school, so maybe that could just be the coaching staff. But
oh, stop it! And we ain't talking about Georgia Red either, black shirt.
What?
Red and black, actually. Yeah,
we have the best tight end in the country. We really don't care. We okay.
Well, whose side are you on, sir?
Well, it depends what you're talking about.
I'm talking about football.
Well, may the best man win. The best
you're
team.
You're not gonna answer that question. Right?
Nope. I have nothing to do with recruiting.
Next time, just plead the fifth.
Yeah, because I can only account for when they sign here. That's when I can really get into that conversation.
No, that's not what I was asking. I was trying to figure out whether or not you on the Husker Red side or the Georgia Red side.
Atlanta Braves Red.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Well, you are a piece of work. Just give it up, Terrell. Just say it. Stop acting like you don't know what I'm asking.
Yeah, unless they're pulling some sort of deal. Like they just took off their shirts and they got Husker shirts on. So I mean, I can't listen to it live as I'm talking here, but I'm sure the news will come across here. There's some Nebraska shirts there. I think the commitment is being made here.
Yeah, let's go. And get the song ready, Bot. Get the fight song ready. The dun 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 dun. Get it ready.
All right, I'll see if I can find the fight song.
Okay.
Hey, Black Shirt, you're supposed to have him ready with the fight song.
Yeah, he committed to Nebraska.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Now, rivals.
Thank you. Told you. Let's go, Huskers. Play my song. Either that or play serious. Something. Give me something to hang my hat on this drive where I'm stopped. Complete halt.
We'll have to wait for our technology to catch up here as I am looking for serious. So we'll play that. We'll get excited about that. But this again huge news for Nebraska. Highest rated commitment now in the 2024 class. We talked about 21 commits now. Huge. I mean, this kind of I don't know if it's over, but now the 14th player to commit this month. A talent that's good enough to get Nick Saban to go to Ainsworth, Nebraska. I mean, this is huge news for Nebraska. I mean, this is probably all but likely the crown jewel of the class.
Yeah, and with that commit, it takes Nebraska to number 14 in the rankings for recruiting.
All right.
Well, there you go. There's some serious for you to get excited for Carter Nelson's commitment, staying in state for Nebraska. Again, just the crown jewel of the class so far. A huge get for Matt Rule as this class transitions, as the program transitions now to be dominating the state and keeping the big time players in state. What a moment.
Nice.
I
can't say anything. I don't even want to talk. I just want, I mean, that's huge. You can't get any better than that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You thought he was a kid that we talked about when I first started on the radio. We talked about this kid, and Scott Frost and them totally, to me, did not even pay attention to him. He didn't start getting juice until Mickey took over. And so to be able to get a kid like that to stay in the state, play for the state institution, help build our football team up, one player at a time.
All happen. Other shows they be lacking. You now down with the action, down with the action. All you gotta do is just come through and kick it. Boy, I guarantee that you'll be loving every minute. It's all about the sports each and every time you visit, and we giving you the game. You ain't got to buy a ticket. Hey, we giving you the game. It'll never be the same. The ticket is the name. Headed to the Hall of Fame. It'll never be the same.
All right, we better wrap it up here, Captain. The black shirt already left the door. He's got to run to a meeting, I think. So, any parting thoughts before we leave here for the show today?
Go Big Red!
There we go.
It'll never be the same.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. The home of Kansas City Royals baseball. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Spring is here, and it's time to wake up Judson. Judson Irrigation is eager and ready to get your sprinkler system up and running for the season. Judson's technicians will check for winter damage, adjust your sprinkler heads, and show you how to set your controller for effective sprinkling coverage. The Judson Irrigation team is here for you. Stay safe.
Keep summer green. Call Judson Irrigation 402-420-6277 or judsonirrigation.com.
Career, and right now they've raised wages again and they're hiring for production operators at $24.11 per hour, which grows to $28.27 per hour within 3 years. Skilled trade positions now start at $32.76 per hour, with opportunities to make more based on certifications. Continental also has salaried jobs available and great benefits, plus medical and prescription costs at very low premiums. Dental, vision, and life insurance are offered at no premium cost to the associates, with increased bonuses and vacation for new hires. To learn more or to apply, go to continental-jobs.com with keyword Lincoln. Come work at Continental today.
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Hey, CNC machinists, do you feel like you're in a dead-end job with your boss hovering over your shoulder? That's so annoying. Not at Garner Industries. We provide the opportunity and trust our CNC machinists to bring the talent. I'm Bob Williams, HR Director at Garner Industries, and we are looking for new team members in our CNC department. At Garner Industries, you'll work in a clean, climate-controlled, and safe environment with team members who want to see you succeed. You will also enjoy 4-day work weeks, great benefits, and a positive working culture. Interested? Apply on our career page at garnerindustries.com.
Repeat after me. I will not touch the fuse box.
I will probably not touch the fuse box.
Sip, do you remember what happened last time?
Yeah, I remember.
What happened?
Half of the city block lost power.
And?
My chicken condo went haywire.
That's right. The chickens ran wild. So what do you do instead?
Call Joe at Ambition Electric and let him handle everything. Look, save speed dial.
Ambition Electric, 21745. We're online. Back. Best wings in town for boneless or traditional at a price that